Hey guys, I'm Michael.
I'm Evan.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Middle Ground.
After the episode, please stick around for a word from our sponsor, Skillshare. Learn how to get 2 months of Skillshare Premium for free and hear about one of the courses that is keeping me sane during my time in self-isolation.
I'm glad it's keeping you sane, Evan.
It is. I like it. All right.
Oh, that was awkward. Enjoy the episode.
Obama was a representation of something important.
Obama didn't do anything but an abomination to us, to this whole nation.
Yo,
What's the biggest misconception Black liberals have about you?
That we are self-hating, we hate our mom, we hate our dad, we don't know history.
We're out of touch, is that we don't have any real world experiences.
We don't really know what we're doing.
What is a misconception Black conservative people have about you?
probably that I have no moral character.
I believe in chaos and anarchy.
And you don't.
No, I believe in the rule of law. I literally cannot comprehend the notion of anyone being American and Black and having conservative views.
When you're online behind the screen, behind the black mirror, you can say pretty much whatever you want, do whatever you want, but when you're right here, you gotta be a little bit more human.
My name is Kevin Martin. I'm a business consultant. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania, born into and raised in a conservative household, and I'm still a conservative.
My name is Xavier. I'm born and raised Los Angeles. I'm liberal.
Hi, I'm Elisa. I'm definitely as far left as one can walk.
I'm Anthony Logan. I'm from Virginia originally. Grew up in a socially conservative household, but very politically liberal. I'm conservative now, and I'm looking forward to hearing all you guys' point of view.
My name is Lady Kate Sparelle. I am a conservative Republican.
All right, can I get my Black liberals on the left and my Black conservatives on the right?
Say that again.
Liberals on the left, conservatives to the right.
Okay.
If you agree with the prompt, you'll walk forward. If not, you'll stay back. People need to get over slavery.
All right, so I guess I started off. I mean, we all know that slavery was a terrible thing.
Yes.
It was an atrocity.
Right.
It was a human tragedy, but
Yes.
we can't just be talking about slavery every day. It ended in 1865, this is 2020, we gotta press forward. Our ancestors, they went through a lot, they died for us to be able to be here right now.
Yes.
And the best country on planet Earth.
Yes.
Take advantage of what we have right now,
Right.
rather than looking in the past and saying, oh, well, woe was me because of slavery.
Right.
You know, there have been other groups of people in slavery all throughout the world. They can't just stay in that state. So people, a lot of times, they stay right in their place, and others are being able to pass them because mentally they've moved on while others have not.
They constantly use slavery to put them in a victim mentality. We can't accomplish this because you enslaved my ancestors. Slaves were taught English. Slaves were taught how to become managers and secretaries and cooks and chauffeurs and how to build water tanks and all sorts of things. We're here now.
Yo, okay. All right. I really think, honestly, colonialism didn't teach us anything because we came from a society that was living and running. So I don't think we need to get over slavery. I think we need to talk about the repercussions of it, like generational trauma, like the system that exists because of it. I don't think we should use it as a crutch
There you go.
as for ambivalence, or yeah, to hold yourself back, you know what I mean? I think it is a mindset as well.
I think one of the most dangerous aspects of generational advancement is misinformation. I think a lot of young people, especially young men, especially young African American men and women, often have questions about why things are the way they are. Why do I get treated this way? Why has my mother gone through this? Or why has my grandmother gone through this? Well, it all comes down to the repercussions of slavery. And so I think that just getting over something, I think is just absolutely ridiculous. And so when I hear people say that, especially my fellow African American people and friends, I think it's ridiculous. Just getting over something as serious as that, I think just plays into the whole idea of it just didn't matter anyway.
So how long do we continue to harp on it? How long do we continue? Forever?
Well,
Do we never get over?
Or do you mean educate? Educate is
Education is fine. To know history is one thing. To not get over a thing
to
is
use it
something
as a
else.
crutch.
You can't minimize
You can't get
slavery.
credit.
Who says that though?
But I listened to both of you, and I even thought maybe I'll stay out of this one.
No.
But the notion of ending the discussions on slavery, they haven't begun. We just got the lynching memorial in Alabama. We just got the African American Smithsonian in DC. You cannot go to Germany and walk more than a mile without seeing some sort of tribute to the Holocaust, some sort of apology, some sort of marker. The United States does not acknowledge slavery in that way. We are beginning to discuss, but we can't get over it until white folks acknowledge it.
Being black should not influence a political view.
So,
Of course not.
yeah, being black should not really influence how you think politically, because what's good for us as black folks should be the same as everybody else. It should be from the point of view of me being an American and wanting the best for me in America.
I will vote for the best person that is running. And so far it's been, in my situation, it's been Republicans, conservative Republicans.
I vote based on the issues that I care about, and the issues that I care about stem from my personal experiences. As someone that was raised in a conservative household, I have different views on certain things. I have different views on pro-life and pro-choice issues. I have different views on economic issues. I have different views on trade and foreign policy. I don't think that skin color should have anything to do with a political view.
I would say I definitely don't vote for candidates just because they're black. Ben Carson
We
could
agree
never
on
get my
something.
vote. However, I do feel very much a part of a group. I feel like I have a shared history with black people and descendants of slaves in this country, and so I do not vote just based on what's okay for me.
I think people should vote for what's in the best interest of them, and I don't think that skin color should dictate on what your interest should be based on skin color.
Did you ever vote your religious belief
Yes.
on abortion?
Have I ever voted my religious beliefs on abortion?
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
And what's your religious belief on abortion?
We're not even talking about abortion. It's nothing to do with this
No, but
conversation.
it's black.
We have nothing to do with this conversation.
The majority of abortions are done to the black race.
Well, I
So
want to ask you.
you should
You
be
said
interested in answering that question.
Really quick, I want to ask you because you said you wanted to leave slavery behind. You wanted
Yeah.
to get over it, but
I didn't say forget it. Yeah.
You said to get over it. I'm saying
Get over it. Let's not forget it.
You're a
And
Christian?
I still say teach it.
You're a Christian,
Yes, I am.
and where do you think we got that?
Got what?
Christianity.
Christianity goes all the way back to the beginning of time.
So where did we learn it though?
Where did we learn it? Well, the Egyptians had religions, the Jewish taught
No,
religion.
where
You
did
mean
the
in
African
America?
diaspora?
In America.
Your lineage, yeah. Slavery, right?
They learned it from slavery.
Through slavery, right.
Slaves also brought
We gotta get
religion
over
with
it,
them when they came, so it was a mixture of everybody's religion.
I'm
But
just on the
they
Bible.
learned how to read. So what they learned how to read was the Holy Bible.
Oh, we knew.
And either you're going to believe the Holy
We knew
Bible
how
or
to
you're
read.
not.
We knew how to read.
I believe you know how to read what? Arabic, what? Because it wasn't English. That's my saying. And we're in America now. Everybody should speak English.
Is that a hot take? Damn, we gotta speak English in America?
I support the Black Lives Matter movement.
Well, I am a public defender for 17 years. I work in the criminal justice system. I see a lot of the behind the scenes when it comes to police brutality. So I'm a strong Black Lives Matter supporter.
I grew up in Compton. My parents were born and raised there. Even as a child, when they had the riots for Rodney King, we had to move to Hampton. Yeah, it was something that, it was the first time I knew that it was wrong, the way the police, how they police the towns. It was the first time I got a sense of injustice.
I'm just interested, since you identify as conservative, I was surprised to see you come over and how that lines up with your political views, or maybe just what your definition of conservative is.
Since the movement started, I've been torn for far too long. We've had the police on the right, and we've had Black Lives, the African American community and the Black community on the left, and it's just constant fighting. And so I support the movement. I support the agenda. I support the mission. I just have not always supported the way that that mission agenda was being carried out.
I agree with the fact that Black lives do matter. I think we all agree on that. That's
Yes.
something that nobody's going to deny. But it's the tactics. I
Yes.
don't like the tactics. I mean, I saw it in 2015, the Freddie Gray situation, also with Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. You burning neighborhoods down, you're tearing
Right.
things apart.
I have people who will say, well, the percentage of blacks that are being killed is high. And I said, where'd you get that from? Well, we see it on TV all the time. But the ones who are not shown on television is in a much higher bracket of being shot quicker than a black man would. And that's shown with the FBI statistics.
Black Lives Matter as an organization is about peaceful protest and is about bringing awareness. There's no Black Lives Matter organizer who's ever looted a CVS. There's no Black Lives Matter organizer who has ever advocated for violence. So in terms of saying, look, I see somebody black on the TV who is upset about the murder of a young black male, that's not the same as saying Black Lives Matter is therefore responsible. Likewise, I'm not sure which FBI statistics, but African American men are definitely the most killed by police. It's a very specific statistic. Police aren't killing white folks like that.
We can't just leave it there and say, well, we're being killed more, therefore it's a problem with race. Why are we being killed more by the police? Is there a
Because we're over-policed.
What does
There's
that
more police in our communities.
What does that mean?
It means that the ratio, the number of police, at any given time where I live, I am going to see police officers every hour. I'm going to see patrol vehicles in a way that I don't see when I'm in predominantly white neighborhoods. Statistically, and this is actually my line of research, black youth are seen as 4 to 5 years older. We're seen as scary, we're seen as intimidating. So that's why you see situations like Tamir Rice. You see police reacting quickly with lethal force
He had a gun, looked like it was real though, you know.
But there was no one there. Let's say he had a real gun. Why couldn't the police say stop? He was killed in less than 15 seconds, a 12-year-old boy
But he was pointing the gun
with a
at
BB
people.
gun.
But
No,
it
he
didn't
was
look
not.
like when I had a BB gun when I was that age, and it looked real too. And you know, my parents told me, do not go outside with that. And I'm in the all-black area. Do not go outside with that and point it at people because it looked real. And why do you think they did that?
Hopefully because they recognize that as a black boy, you're going to be targeted.
We could do a whole podcast on that one right there. I mean, I wanted to go in.
Barack Obama did good things for Black Americans.
Obama didn't do much for Black Americans or for Americans in general. But what he did do was one very important thing that I got to give him credit for. And that was to say that you can be black and be the president of the United States. This whole excuse of, well, I can't do anything because I'm black and slavery. I'm not trying to hear it no more. You had the first black president, the black wife, the black kids, all that good stuff for 2 terms. Not once, it wasn't a fluke, 2 terms.
Obama has done more damage to the African American race than any of the other presidents. He came into the presidency lying. He lied to our faces to get elected. Then once in, he disavowed. He just forgot about the blacks, first of all of us. Obama didn't do anything but an abomination to us, to this whole nation.
Yo,
I mean, I agree with what you said. You know, he did a lot of damage. And the main thing that I remember from his term was when he had Black Lives Matter in the White House while
Whoa.
Ferguson was happening, while it was happening. Hey, you guys are doing a great job out there.
Whoa.
You guys are doing fantastic. Didn't say, hey, tone down the rhetoric a little bit maybe because you got some problems. Nope, you guys are doing a great job. Keep on going.
So Obama was a representation of something important, but also I think the whole thing is a big puppet show, and you know I wasn't really sure.
Amen, brother.
I'm never really sure what's going on behind the scenes, so we don't know what kind of deals are being made.
I do think that there was people that benefited from some policies that Obama put in place.
Homosexuals.
And I also believe that there were people that did not benefit. And so I think that there are obviously good things about the Obama presidency, and there's things that I disagree with the Obama presidency.
We got to educate you, young brother.
Educate me?
Yes.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
Southern University in Pepperdine.
What did you study?
Political science, law enforcement, social studies. Social studies is what I teach, and social science, masters.
It shows.
The black community should accept LGBTQ plus rights.
I am not only a philosophical conservative, but I'm also a religious conservative. And I believe that God made everyone in his image. And I also believe that we as Christians aren't people to judge. And so who are we, or who is anyone, to deny someone their rights as a person based off of what their sexual orientation is, or how they identify, or the lifestyle that they choose to live?
You know, I'm a part of the LGBT community. I'm transgender, so I was born female, now I present male and male. Yeah, it was an interesting road, even getting my family to understand, you know, who I was at times. So I think it was like they didn't want me, for lack of better terms, to have another cross to bear, which was what they felt like it was another burden or a condition that would make me less than. But really, intrinsically, like, we're all worthy.
Okay, human rights is one thing. Sexual rights is a whole nother thing. The majority of the black community are religious. When it goes against their beliefs, no, it shouldn't happen. And gluttony is part of the human race. People glutton too much. And the LGBT, XYZ, whatever, they're gluttoned.
All right, now my viewpoint on the thing about LGBT rights, what are we talking about exactly? I want to be very specific with this particular thing, because when I hear that, I'm thinking about Dwayne Wade's son. He's 12 years old. Do you think a 12-year-old boy should be able to call himself transgender? Is that what we're going to do? Do we think that we should have 4- and 5-year-old children on puberty blockers, hormone blockers, because they think at that age they're transgender? You can't even get a tattoo under the age of 18. You can't smoke cigarettes. You can't drink beer. If somebody wants to be gay, trans, whatever, as an adult, that's fine. My uncle, my favorite uncle, died of AIDS, was gay. That was my dog, 100%. If you gay, that's your business. I don't care. That's you. That's not me. That's you. When we're talking about LGBT rights, what do we mean?
I think it's the right to exist. Dwayne Wade's daughter knows exactly who she is. And
12.
And she doesn't.
Right, and there's definitely research that says that, you know, anybody under 25 years old, that your brain is not fully formed.
Thing is, I knew when I was small, right? As soon as I could talk, I was pretty much telling my parents, like, these were the things that I was feeling and what I knew about myself. You know, when you start to self-actualize, you start that at that age. You start at the early ages. So if you look at, like, psychosomatics of children, they start to voice and self-actualize in toddler stages. We're just saying, opening it up. If they're voicing themselves, okay, you're voicing yourself, and as a parent, I just give you a platform to flourish and bloom as you do. And then when you're an adult, if that's the decision the parent wants to make, you can do what you want, sure. That's the decision my parents said.
Did you kind of say what he said?
So you kind of like on the same page with me. Like
That's,
somebody,
this is what my parents did. You do what you want when you're out of the house. But the thing is, if my parents had the resources and the education that they do now, they would have probably allowed me to, they would have offered me a decision that would have helped me, live my life.
But you can't say that because it didn't happen.
It didn't, but it can now. Because we have
There's a
those resources
possibility?
now. We have those resources now.
You think
there
they
would have
would?
been yeah. If they had the resources that they have now, definitely. All you gotta do is listen. You're just listening.
I have felt excluded from the black community.
Probably the first aspect of being excluded from the black community is by the way I talk. So I was adopted to a Caucasian family. I was raised around in a completely different culture than what most African American people are raised in or around. Where the black community is saying, look, you don't believe like us, you don't think like us, you don't vote like us, and so you're not one of us.
I felt excluded as well, with the queerness, transness, when people get to know me and learn that, then they're just like, I can't be doing all that gay shit, blah, blah. Like, you hear a lot of different stuff, Being anything doesn't make you any less black.
just by being conservative, friends that I had coming up in the black community, people that I known from just being out and around in Virginia, some of them kind of turn their back on you, or you want to support Trump, you hate black folks, all this, that, and the third. Now I feel like some of that's kind of going away because a person like me being a black Trump supporter is less of a novelty at this particular point. Now it's kind of like a normal thing. Yeah. But we're not all the same. We're not a monolith. Everybody have their own, we are our own people.
We're a diverse group of people. I mean, and I play hockey. So a lot of people are like, man, black people don't do that, man.
We do
Come
everything.
on, man. Black people don't do that. I'm like, hey, man, black people do everything,
we can't do, man.
So,
we do it all.
I've never been outside of or excluded from my race. I'm cool with everybody in my race, and I'm cool with everybody in other races. I ran for political office. I've been member of Park Mesa Heights Neighborhood Council.
Did you win?
I did.
Good.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I represented Hyatt Park.
I wanted to say something. Even though I have felt excluded before, black people in my life have been the most welcoming, loving, giving people that I witnessed, regardless of, my background as well. So there's been two ends of the spectrum for sure.
The reason why I came here all the way from Pennsylvania to do this is to show the world that all of us, regardless of our skin color or the way we think politically, we are so diverse. We're so diverse. Just because I identify as a conservative doesn't mean I'm agree with you or agree with you. Just because you identify as a liberal doesn't mean you're going to disagree with me on everything. We found ourselves agreeing with a lot today.
Common ground is our
It's called middle ground.
right, middle ground. Yeah. Well,
That's it for today.
Nice meeting you all. God bless you all.
Let's do a hand for this amazing crew here that puts in all this work. You guys are great. Yeah.
hey man, it's a great job, man.
Great job. That was intense, but that was a super interesting conversation. So kudos to you, Michael, for an awesome episode.
Thank you, Evan. I'm so excited to continue the conversation about this episode and all the topics that were discussed. So if you want to continue the conversation with us, join us on our Instagram Live on April 6th at 12 p.m. and we're going to have more discussion around this stuff.
Definitely. A big thank you also to our sponsor, Skillshare. For those of you who don't know, Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions of people come together to explore new topics and skills, ranging from illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. There's a ton on there. And a class that's keeping me sane right now and has been super helpful is the Productivity Masterclass. Create a custom system by YouTuber and author Thomas Frank. The reason I like it so much is because, look, we're working from home, we're in self-isolation. There's been a ton of disruption to our daily lives, and the class has been really good on just like helping me create a new routine and bring me through all the basic steps to find something that works for me given my current situation, which is a situation that I know a lot of us are in. One of the best tips the class makes is for blocking off your calendar for deep work, which, Michael, deep work, what does it mean to you?
Dude, deep work is so important. I literally just need to turn off from everything and just like ideate and focus on things that I need to focus on to come up with new series.
100%. One thing we have our directors do at Jubilee is block off their calendar for deep work so that people know not to disrupt them when they're thinking of all their amazing ideas. That's just one of many tips the class gives. It's a really great program, and you can check that class out. And the first 1,000 subscribers who click on the link in the description below will get a 2-month premium membership so you can explore your creativity and more classes like that. So make sure to click on the link in the description below for 2 months of Skillshare's premium membership. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Bye.